Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a halfway update. Yesterday was our halfway point, so that means, I only have 6.5 more weeks left and I'm super excited. It's just, this experience is like so much different than I expected it to be. And obviously, there's the goods and the bads about it all. So that is what I'm going to be talking about with you guys today. And I really feel like the second half is going to go by so much faster just because my family is going to be here in 18 days, I believe. And then they're going to be here for a week. And then we'll be with Maddie's parents for about a week. So it's just going to fly by. Some of our study abroad advisors were actually here this week because they're trying to implement a new summer program. So while they were here, they wanted to talk to all of us and get to know like our experience so far and to see everything that's kind of like going on, with the school, with us, just like how we were feeling and everything. They were asking us questions that were like pretty deep, and we were answering them, and we realized that like, yes, it's gonna be hard in some days, but like the end goal is gonna be greater than all of the hardships that we have experienced. One thing that ISU did for us before we left was they had a pre-departure meeting, and one thing that they talked about was it was gonna be a roller coaster. I didn't really think it was gonna happen to me because I left my hometown to go to college. It was 2.5 hours away, I went through all of that. It was gonna kind of be the same, It's not true at all. It's not even close. You basically start at the bottom. You get here, you're so excited, and then you realize what everything's happening and you just shoot down so fast. You realize everything that you missed so freaking fast. I was literally down for so long. Even though we went on so many trips, it was just kind of like everything just hits you like a ton of bricks. Like one day you wake up and you're like, yeah, I can do it, I can take on the day. And then the next day you wake up just already with tears on your face and you just don't understand why, but it's just the experience that you have here. It's literally like a roller coaster, and the roller coaster happens in one day, sometimes over two, sometimes over a whole week, and then the whole experience. Like obviously with traveling, you're super excited, and like a lot of like the times that I'm up and I'm high, it's when I'm talking to my family or when I'm traveling. And then it's like, I come back and then I start going back down, and then I gotta go to classes and all of that stuff. And then it's like, it's Wednesday and you're like, oh, I'm leaving again. So you go back up. So you're literally just all over the place. It's all up in the air. Perfect example of this is when we went to Barcelona. You expect these bigger touristy cities to have a lot of Wi-Fi because I don't have an international phone. So, I have to rely on Wi-Fi to communicate with everyone at home, even communicate with the people that I'm with if we do separate ways. So I was just having a hard time because everyone else that I was with, they were on their phones, they were checking social media, they were texting their family the whole day. And I just got so overwhelmed so quickly that we were eating, and I was eating a calzone, and next thing I know, I'm just crying while I'm eating. And it comes out of nowhere. You don't really know, you don't feel it coming until you like feel the tears on your face. No one really prepares you for how hard and challenging it's gonna be when you first come. They're like, oh, study abroad is so great, but that's what happened for them at the end. They don't really tell you everything that happens at the beginning. So like, for everyone who's out there wanting to study abroad, just know that you are gonna go through all of these things, and it's gonna be hard and it's gonna be challenging. But yes, like everybody says, you're gonna have a great end goal, and I'm excited for the great end goal. Another thing that people don't really explain to you is how much you're gonna miss some of the things at home. So like, of course I miss my family, I miss my friends, I miss like DG, I miss, just all of that stuff. But like some of the weirdest things that you miss are the stuff that like normally like you take for granted. I miss being able to sleep in my bed. I miss being able to have my dog and him also like being with me all of the time. I miss comfort food, like my mom's cooking. Like I never took it for granted because like her cooking is like 10 out of 10. Not being able to have like her comfort food and like all of that stuff, like it just is hard. Like the food here is just very bland, so like you have to add a lot of flavor to it. There's only so many options here. So I'm stuck pretty much eating the same thing every single day, which kind of sucks. But it's only gonna be for the time while I'm on campus. When my family comes, I've already given them a list of stuff I want them to bring. I'm almost out of my toothpaste. So like I have like a little travel size one, but I want them to bring me toothpaste. I would kill for some mac and cheese right now. Like, I have had mac and cheese once here. If you know me, like, that is a go-to meal for me, or like go-to snack, like something. It's like, it's in my diet, like it's just there. So 3, I'm gonna have her bring a Milky Way bar, because they have like chocolate bars and they're good, but like there's just something about like your favorite candy bar that, you know, it's like you just need it, you know. 4, I'm having her bring some Chex Mix, because like they have chips and everything here, but like there's just something about like a satisfying like crunch, and I think Chex Mix is definitely gonna like be what I need. Number 5, I'm gonna have her bring sour gummy worms, because they don't have like gummy candy. They have like some stuff, but it's very strange. So I just feel like some gummy worms. For each trip that we've been on, I've tried to think of something that has just been awesome and something that I just like am going to remember forever. So one of the coolest things that has happened this whole trip is we were in Geneva. Make sure to go check out that video if you guys haven't. We were in the middle of the lake, we were paddle boating, and somehow I had Wi-Fi out in the middle of the lake, and so I FaceTimed my mom and I was showing her everything and like showing her the landscape, the lake, the jet, and I was like, yeah, and if you look like way back there in the back, those are the Swiss Alps. So it's just so cool, you know, being able to be in this day and age and being able to share these experiences with someone halfway across the world just by a phone call. It's absolutely amazing. Another really cool thing that happened is when we were in Spain, we didn't really have an agenda. We didn't really have like a game plan. We were just kind of like, we're gonna go, we'll walk around, we'll see what happens. But we ended up pretty close to the beach, and we were just walking along like on the sidewalk, and we all looked at each other and we're like, why don't we go put our feet in? So next thing you know, we're all like sitting down, like taking off our shoes and our socks and going in and just putting our feet in and sitting by the ocean, and, you know, just taking a minute to soak everything in. From Amsterdam, something that was so cool is we got there pretty early so we could figure everything out, you know, find where we needed to go. We were on one of the bridges over the canal, and we were just taking a picture because it was just really beautiful. And there was a guy coming down on his boat, and he just like raises his hands up. And it's just the coolest picture because it's like the water, him on his boat with his hands up, and it's just like all of the houses along the canal with trees over. It's just so beautiful. One thing that you go through that not a lot of people tell you is your personal growth. Being over here, you are on your own. Granted, I have Alexia and Maddie with me, and I have made many friends, but when it comes to it, I'm here for myself. I'm here for my experience. I'm here to make these decisions on my own and to travel the world and do everything for me. I'm not doing it for anyone else. The growth that I've experienced so far has been tremendous, you know. It was funny, I was trying to call my mom the other day, but I accidentally called one of my friends, Isabel, and I was sitting there talking to her, and I was kind of telling her what was going on because she had asked, and I was telling her that something had happened and it was kind of making me sick to my stomach, and there was somebody that was involved in that, and I wanted to talk to her, kind of, you know, set the record straight, you know, lay everything out. And Isabel like had her jaw dropped, and she was like, wait, you did what? And I was like, what do you, like, I talked to her, like, you know, I like needed to solve this problem. And she was like, you did that on your own? And I was like, yes. And she was like, Katie, you never like deal with conflict, like you don't do it on your own, like someone has to be there with you or any of these things. And she was like, I'm proud of you because you like stuck up for yourself. And hearing her say that, like, it kind of made me think like, wow, like I really don't, you know, like I don't stick up for myself. And, you know, would I have done this at home, or is it just the fact that I'm over here and that I have to do it on my own? Hearing her say that and telling me that, and then I told my mom about it, and she was also like, wow, that's like really good, like, but she was also telling me that I had to talk to the girl. Before I came, I was talking to myself and trying to figure out like what I wanted out of study abroad. What I wanted the most out of this experience was to become like the truest like self. I wanted to be Katie Boyd, no ifs, ands, or buts. And I feel like just these first 47 days, I have learned so much, I have grown so much, and I'm just super excited to see who I become all the way at the end of this experience. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. I hope this helps anyone that is thinking about studying abroad and gives them kind of a better view of what it's like. Just know that yes, there are all of these things that are kind of poopy and bad and things that you don't really expect, but just know that there's going to be so many good things that are going to come out of it, and it's going to be so worthwhile. If you guys liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and also click that subscribe button while you're at it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!